Welcome back to another video. My name is Abby and today we are talking about inverse transformation by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Now, if you're new to this channel and you want more videos like this one, start right now by hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. And if you like this video, a great way to support this channel and let me know you like content like this is to hit the like button below. So, inverse transformation, what does that mean? Basically, Dr. Joseph Murphy states that if a physical fact can create a psychological state, then a psychological state can produce a physical fact, that they work both ways. So basically, you can use your imagination to create an inner world and a feeling that is going to produce a physical fact. This is very similar to Neville Goddard's Living in the End, that when we start to live in the thoughts and feelings and actions of our future self, we will actually have a direct impact on our current situation. Now, if we move into Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, we can actually bring science to help us understand this more. Basically, we send out an electromagnetic signature that's unique to how we're thinking and what we're feeling. And just to summarize, in other of my videos, I've said this a lot, but if you're new, every day we think between 60 and 80,000 thoughts. And every time we have a thought, our body produces a chemical so that our body can feel the way that we're thinking and we're in harmony. So the thinking is the electrical charge and the feeling is the magnetic charge of the electromagnetic feeling. So if you're looking at Dr. Joseph Murphy's idea and theory of inverse transformation and that your inner world can produce a physical fact, then that means that the electromagnetic signature that you're sending out into the universe is going to be echoed by that physical fact, that the cause to our life is coming from inside of us. And as we learn to change our thoughts and feelings, our psychological states, then we will be able to change physical fact in our external reality. Will be able to change whether you want to change your financial abundance right now, if it's about a relationship or maybe about your career. It doesn't matter. As long as you change what is causing that effect, you will be able to have a bigger impact on what your life looks like. So Joseph Murphy talks about the feeling of answered prayer. So assuming that thing that you wish to be true, just like Neville Goddard says, assume the wish to be filled. Wouldn't it be wonderful that you assume that mood now? And as long as you assume it and you embody it and you sustain it, it must be objectified. Now, why is this? Well, one reason is every time we have a thought, that's our intent. Now, we can sit there all day, and I'm sure you know this if you've had frustrations in your life and you've been trying different things and not really seeing a change. You've been thinking things, you've been doing affirmation, you've been visualizing, and nothing quite has changed no matter how hard you try. Now, the reason for this could be that you're not feeling that. Even though you're having these strong intents, even though you're doing and trying these new things, because your feeling inside has not changed, if you're thinking abundance and still feeling that you have lack and you're in scarcity, you will continually to draw back magnetically. Again, electromagnetic, the feeling is the magnetic part. So just like a magnet, those things come to it. You're going to keep drawing those feelings in, those experiences in your life right now that are going to echo feeling that you have. So when you start to bring the feeling in, just as Neville Goddard says, the feeling is the secret. Well, the reason that is because when you combine that strong intent with a strong emotion, you basically put that thought and wrap it with emotion, so then it can actually pass the threshold into your subconscious, and you're going to impress that thought, in this case a new thought that's going to empower you, is going to move you to that desire you want in life. No matter what it is, you're going to have that intent, that thought, you're going to wrap it in the emotion, the feeling, the assuming, that prayer. Doesn't matter if you're religious, that thought you have, that sacred life that you want to live. You're going to put that feeling on there, and because that feeling is there, because you feel it to be true, your subconscious is going to accept it. It's going to be able to pass through that threshold and be impressed upon your subconscious mind. Why is that important? Well, once it's passing through into the subconscious, it's going to become part of your cybernetic mechanism. The subconscious job is to objectify what you believe to be true. So if you're starting to put new impressions on there that are going to outdate the other one, Dr. Joe Dispenza says that right now, every time you think a thought and you have all these synaptic fires, you have a network of your old life. Everything that's happened in memory is a map from what has happened in your past. Well, we care about the future. We want to change that. We don't want to keep using the same map because that gets us to the same place. So when we start to change our subconscious impressions, we're going to be able to start thinking new thoughts and feeling those new feelings. It's going to put the neurological pathways to make it look like those experiences have happened. Well, as we start to fire and wire together, it's going to create a fortified network. The opposite happens. When we stop firing and wiring, we prune apart those old networks. That means we're going and we're being somebody new. So as that feeling is wrapped around that thought, that new impression, that new you, that inverse transformation, that your psychological state is going to produce changes in your 3D world, that impression over and over and over is going to be objectified by the subconscious because that is its job. In your cybernetic mechanism, in who it is you think you are, which is fortified, as Neville Goddard talks about, by all of your assumptions, which is what you give permission and consent to be true. As you start to restructure that and you have the feeling to get into your subconscious and impress upon it sustained over and over and over, the only choice it has is to objectify it. The only thing it has is to reflect it back, because the cause of what signal, electromagnetic signature, you're sending out in your life has changed. It being objectified is going to produce a new echo, a new reality, a new 3D experience. And as you start having these different experiences, you're going to be building momentum that what you're doing is creating this effect. You are the original cause to this effect. So the key to taking advantage of this law that Dr. Joseph Murphy says is to dramatize the feeling that you have it right now as vivid. And what would that mood be if you got a call and they told you that this dream career has happened, that they checked your bank account and you do have that amount of money, or this person literally just showed up at your door? What would that feel like? What mood would you be in? What reactions would you want to have? How would you wake up the next day? Those are the feelings, those are the thoughts that you need to start thinking, because that's going to put you in the psychological state so that your physical fact will change. Remember that inverse transformation says that if a physical fact can produce a psychological state, then a psychological state can produce a physical fact. So you need to be in the psychological state. That's step one, so that you can produce that physical fact. You must awaken that psychological state within you. Dr. Joe talks about the quantum field. It's full of every infinite possibility that exists for you right now. So awakening that psychological state, the thoughts and the feelings that you would need to have to be in that state, which is going to help you select it from the quantum field. That is going to happen through this inverse transformation by getting into the psychological state. The thoughts and the feelings assumed now dramatically is going to help you take advantage of this. And the other major component to this that Dr. Murphy talks about is that you must have a mental state and a feeling state equal to whatever it is that you want in life. So you cannot be thinking from lack. You cannot be thinking that you're not good enough or unlovable and then have that desired wish. You need to feel that you are already it, and then you will see its equal experience in your life. Only until you are at that level will you see your life as reflected as who you are being. So no matter what it is in life, you need to have the mental and the feeling state to equal it before you can see it. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit like. If you have not done so already, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.